I'm Carol Ye Garner. Thanks for joining me. So apparently I launched some information a little too early. Um, there's one slide that I took away from the group that has all the pricing and all of that, but I'm just going to highlight the general overview of what we have now. So um, I'm going to share my screen. So we have the Young Living Health Plans. And today we just launched a new plan that's a holistic health plan that is more affordable. And so, right, I'm just gonna work. Not gonna let me do that. So I have to put it in present mode for full screen. Okay, so we've got our ClearShare plan that's already existed, right? This one is the one for people who want medical and emergency coverage. And then we had one holistic plan, but now we have two holistic plans, which I'm super excited about. So one is the one that we've had the whole time that gives you all the things. And then this new plan is a more affordable plan. And then we have the holistic plus the ClearShare plans. So essentially now we have 5 plans. ClearShare, 2 holistic plans that people can add on. If they already have insurance that they like, they get it free through their employer, or they're 65 and they have Medicare and they want a holistic plan option. And then we have the holistic plus ClearShare, and then we have the holistic savings plus ClearShare. So here is the chart that kind of highlights all of the things, okay? So I'm just gonna review all the things that you get for ClearShare, which is the medical emergency plan. So you get emergency urgent care, you get $0 telemedicine, you get $0 care coordination services, $0 mental health services, childbirth delivery services, including birth centers and home births with a licensed midwife, and you get free generic medication prescriptions. Okay. So that's like just for people who don't care about holistic health care services and they just want a better option than maybe, covered California or the government assisted insurance plans that are out there that they might be getting for free or for a low fee, but that really offer really crappy services and, very limited doctors. This one with the urgent care and all the care, there's no network. You can see whoever you want. So you're not limited to just going to like this one, medical center that's like 50 miles away, because that's the one that's covered in your plan. This one, you can see anybody that you want. So we had this plan, the holistic plan, this whole time. And the holistic plan, you get the $0 telemedicine, you get the $0 virtual mental health, and you get the $0 generics. And then you get all these really wonderful benefits of the holistic plan. So you get a $50 to $75 monthly reimbursement, cash reimbursement of any Young Living supplement or oil or any combination of oils and supplements. And then you can see your primary doctor, an MD, a DO, a naturopath. So these are for like preventative visits or just wellness visits, those kinds of things. And you get acupuncture and chiropractic, you get an IV covered, and you get thermography and or mammography. So the new plan is the holistic savings plan. So we had gotten a lot of feedback of wanting a more affordable holistic plan that had less services. So what they did was they kept the $0 telemedicine and the $0 mental health services, They kept the Young Living $50 to $75 reimbursement every month. And then you do still get primary care visits, preventative wellness care, and then chiropractic and acupuncture visits. And then you can have the combo plans where you have the holistic savings plus ClearShare. So you're going to get all those things plus those for you're just not going to get the IV and thermography. Then you have the holistic plus ClearShare plan, which is the most benefits that you can get in one plan, and that's got all of the things included. So here's what the regular holistic plan covers, right? We've got the $50 to $75 monthly Young Living oils and or supplements. And for the primary care visits, you're going to have 5 visits with your MD, your doctor of osteopathy, your naturopath, and you can see them for whatever you want to see them for. There does not have to be like a medical need or anything. You can see them whenever you want for whatever you want. With this holistic plan, the one that has already existed for several months, you also get breast imaging benefits, 1 per year, and you would pay the first 150 and then the rest would be reimbursed. So with all of these holistic services, you're going to pay the provider up front as a cash pay patient. You're going to take your invoice that you get from your provider and you're going to submit it as a holistic need request. And then within 30 days of your appointment, you will get a cash reimbursement straight into your bank account. So for the primary care visits, you would end up paying $20 per visit and get up to $150 per visit reimbursed. With the breast imaging, you would end up paying $150, and then whatever else would be reimbursed. And then for chiropractic and or acupuncture, you would get 24 visits per year per person per calendar year of chiropractic and or acupuncture. So it can be a combination or all chiropractic, all acupuncture. And you would again pay your practitioner up front, get your receipt, and submit it via the holistic need request form. And then you would end up paying $35 per visit and get up to $175 per visit reimbursed. Then you could also get 1 IV per month where you would end up paying $25 and get $100 reimbursed. And then with generic medications that are prescribed through a provider, you would get up to $500 worth of generic prescriptions for free for the holistic plan. So it's got tons of really amazing benefits, and you're going to save a ton of money on out-of-pocket costs because breast imaging thermography is usually like $250, $300 a month. Acupuncture for just a follow-up visit can be, $110, $175. Chiropractic, your first visit for the whole, full first time visit and consultation, that can oftentimes be $200 a month. With chiropractic, though, your follow-up appointments are typically not going to be that expensive, right? Sometimes they're as low as $35, $45, $75 for your follow-up chiropractic visit. So this is where if your chiropractor has add-on services or your acupuncturist has add-on services, maybe they have red light, maybe they have laser, maybe they do NAET, which is for allergies, maybe they do massage, maybe they have someone that does raindrop. You can get those done on the same day as your chiropractic or acupuncture visit and get an itemized receipt and then submit it all on one receipt on the same day of service. And you can get up to $175 back, end up paying $35 for a chiropractic visit that has an add-on service like a raindrop or massage therapist. So here's the exciting part. The new holistic savings plan still gives you the Young Living reimbursement. With the primary care visit, you're getting 3 per year still. So you can go see your naturopath, your DO, your doctor. You'll end up paying that $20 per visit and get the $150 reimbursement. And then for chiropractic and or acupuncture, you get up to 12 visits per year per person on the plan. So if you have, you know, several members in your family that want to go see the chiropractor, your whole family goes to the chiropractor, each person gets up to 12 visits per year. And they don't have to be one per month. If you have a specific issue that you need to go see the chiropractor or the acupuncturist, and you need to see that practitioner, you know, 4 times in 1 month, you can. There's no one saying when you can and you can't see that person. And so you just make sure you use those 12 visits and get that reimbursement of $175 back per visit. And then you've got that $50 to $75 Young Living reimbursement. You're going to order from your own account, or if you have a family plan, then anybody on the family plan can order those products for you. So you can submit more than one Young Living invoice per month to add up to the $50 to $75 worth of wellness product reimbursement. So let me skip to the prices. So these are the prices of the existing Holistic plus ClearShare plan. This is what we've had since February. I thought we had a confirmation on the prices, but apparently we don't. So that should be coming tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. But what we do have is just the plan pricing for just the holistic plan. So the holistic plan that has the 24 acupuncture, chiropractic, IV, thermography, these are the prices per month for the plans. And keep in mind that you're going to get that $50 to $75 back of Young Living reimbursements, and then you're going to get all of that money back, $150 to $175 back per visit for your doctors and your acupuncture or chiropractors. The savings plan for a single person is $173. The married, cohabitating adults or single with kids price is now $245, and the family plan is $300. The PV is staying the same. Young Living is giving us the same PV no matter which holistic plan you're signed up for, which is really, really fantastic. So the holistic plan can be an add-on for anyone with Medicare over the age of 65. They can be an add-on for anyone who has an existing traditional health insurance plan that they want to keep. Maybe it's through their employer, whatever. And then they can add this on, because if they do go to see a lot of holistic services and practitioners, that's a lot of money out of pocket that they'll be able to get those huge reimbursements for. And with the holistic plan, there's no annual max, no deductible. You immediately start getting the benefits of those reimbursements. And these holistic plans are fantastic for anyone with pre-existing conditions, because there's no pre-existing condition exclusions. So hopefully tomorrow or the next day, we'll have the pricing for the combo plan of the savings plus ClearShare plan. And I will have that available for you. But other than that, this is the price for the ClearShare only plan. So combining it with a holistic plan makes way more sense, because these prices are good for better coverage than you would get from like a government subsidized health plan. But if you can get the add-on services of the holistic services, then you're really going to be saving a lot of money. So that's pretty much it. What questions do you all have? It's pretty straightforward. And once we get the pricing for the ClearShare plus holistic savings plan, that's going to be a massive savings for a lot of people. And so anybody that currently has a plan, you can downgrade it to the Holistic Savings Plus ClearShare plan, or if you only are on the Holistic plan, you can downgrade it. You just have to give 30 days notice to ClearShare. You're going to cancel the plan that you are currently on, and then just make sure before the last day of the month before you want the new plan, you're going to sign up for the new plan, or if you want to change from the Holistic to the Holistic Savings. Okay. Chat. Open that. Okay. No updates on Canada yet. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I could go back to the ClearShare number. Sure. ClearShare numbers. So this is the ClearShare plan that's been existing since February. This is the one that covers medical emergencies, major illnesses, that kind of thing. This is the one that gives you the $0 telemedicine, $0 virtual mental health, $0 generics, childbirth, delivery, home birth, birth center, hospital birth.
Hospital birth.
So and then okay, so I can't share and see the chat. Can I? Okay. Okay, any other questions about this? Otherwise, I will stop the share.
Carol, I don't have a question, but I just I had to fill out these forms to send my daughter off to ballet school in Seattle. And it was like, are you sure that your daughter's going to have medical coverage up here in Seattle? And I'm like, I'm positive. She's got covered everywhere, which is so cool because, you know, when people travel and when people, you know, go off to college and all that kind of stuff, are they covered?
Yeah. Right. Especially if you have traditional health insurance, then you have a network, and then you don't know, like, oh, they're now in a different network. And then that can lead to lots of issues if you're, you know, your loved one ends up having to go see somebody and then they get denied because, oh, that wasn't in the network and all of that. So there are pamphlets that you can print out if you're in the Young Living Health Plans Facebook group. We have several trifolds that you can customize, or you can just print out and put a little label, like address label sticker on. If you have Canva Pro, then you can go in and edit it and make your own QR code and all of that. There's also one-page flyers for practitioners to display in their offices. And then there's the PowerPoint that I just shared with you. That is also available. And again, if you have Canva Pro, you can customize that and put your links and stuff in there. Thanks, Kelowna put the link to the Facebook group in the chat. And then, yeah, so there's PDFs and Canva templates and all of that in the Facebook group that you are welcome to use and customize and share with whoever you want. And once we have the pricing for the combo Holistic Savings and ClearShare plan, I'm gonna do a recording going through the whole entire slideshow, PowerPoint slideshow, and that'll be something that will be available that anyone can share, and it'll be generic. It won't have anybody's links or anything in that. But I've just been waiting for the new plan to launch with all the prices and all the PV and all of that, so that I could record it one time and have it over with and not have to re-record it once we have the new prices. So once we have that, I'll put that in the Facebook group as well. But yeah, that is going to be a huge thing. So I've been talking to quite a few people that I know that have wellness centers, acupuncturists, chiropractors. I've also been reaching out to IV drip places. So far, the chiropractors and the acupuncturists that I've been talking to have been super interested. I haven't gotten much interest yet from the IV places. I think they just don't quite understand it. the main thing that you want to make sure for practitioners is that they know, like, they're not going to lose any money on this. They're going to actually make more money because they can encourage their patients to add on services, because the patient will now be getting up to $175 back. So to really maximize that, 175 plus 35, I think is 210. Can't do math in my head, but I think I memorized that correctly. So you want to maximize your appointment so that it's 210, so that you're paying the 35 and you're getting the full $175 reimbursement. So that's where those add-on services come into play. As long as you get them on the same day as your chiropractic or acupuncture visit, it's on the receipt, it's an itemized bill, you can get that 175 back and pay 35 for a massage with an acupuncture, or a massage and chiro, or raindrop and chiro appointment. So it's really, and that's for the holistic savings plan or the regular holistic plan. So it's really, really fantastic because the practitioners are going to get more money from their patients. Their patients are going to be stoked that they're going to get $175 back and only end up paying $35. And they're going to get reimbursed within 30 days, cash right into their bank account. So they're not waiting months and months and months to get their money back. So hopefully then they'll use that money to go see the practitioner more often, right? So yeah, I've enrolled an acupuncturist, and she co-owns a wellness center with acupuncturists, chiropractors, and a naturopath in her office. And then I just enrolled a chiropractor who has multiple chiropractors, acupuncturists, and naturopaths in her office. And they're both really excited. They've been talking to their patients, and the patients are really happy. And so we're in California, which has that stupid law that says like health shares don't really count, but they can just sign up for the holistic plan and keep whatever health insurance they have. And then they don't have to run into that. But even if they do switch over, most of the time, if they're switching over from a traditional health insurance plan, the savings that they're going to get from switching is still significant enough that whatever fine they're going to have to pay is still going to be good. So I know, like, for Jessica Petty, you guys were on Kaiser, and even paying the fine, it's like 900 per adult, 400 per kid. Even paying the fine, you're still saving money, hundreds, maybe thousands per year. And so it's huge. Yeah. You're saving 5,000 being on this plan since at launch. So how did I present the offer to them? So the acupuncturist I know personally. She took my hypnobirthing classes years ago, and she's had this practice, the acupuncture practice, for several years. I actually used to teach my hypnobirthing classes in their waiting room. And I don't know, we just started chatting in messages for something. And then I was like, you know what? Did you know that Young Living just launched health plans? And she's like, no. And I said, yeah, it's a health share. And she's like, I've been looking at those actually herself. And so she was familiar with health shares already, which was a bonus. But then I told her about the plans. We just got on a call, and I told her, like, this is what it is. These are all the benefits. This is how you can help your patients and all that. And then she was super excited and then wanted to share it with her practitioners. So then I did a Zoom call with her and the practitioners to kind of explain all that was going on. And then we're setting up a meeting for all the patients that go there, so that I can do a Zoom call for them. With the chiropractor, I had met her somewhere, but years and years ago. And once I knew I had this plan, I was like, game on. I'm like finding all the practitioners to do all the things, because I wasn't going to the chiropractor or acupuncturist myself, because it was like, ooh, like budget, and like mom guilt and everybody else's stuff is more important. But then I was like, well, now that I have this plan, like I'm going to find all the practitioners that like have wellness centers so that I can do the add-on services. Because the chiropractor that I used to go to moved to Florida. And even if she was still here, it was just a single person, you know, so there wasn't really an add-on. Maybe she could have like added on, I could have added on like cupping or something like that. So I found this woman who does chiropractor. She's a chiropractor and acupuncturist. And then she does this thing called chirosage. So she does the chiropractic adjustment first, and then she does this massage, and she's trained in like all the different massage modalities. So she just kind of like finds the things and like deep tissue, trigger point, all that. And then she does that. But then she also does NAET, which is like an allergy release kind of treatment. And she also has estheticians in there that do organic facials. So like I'm my next one I think I have with her, I'm doing NAET, and then the next one I'm getting the organic facial. And because the plans I started in March and I didn't start using the chiro and acupuncture benefits till April, I think. I have, 24 to use up this calendar year. So I'm really setting up all these appointments and figuring out like what are these add-on things that I can do. So she's super excited because she's, like I said, she's got a couple chiropractors in her practice, and she has staff, so she has like a full-time office manager and receptionist there. So she's excited to offer the plans to her employees and the other practitioners to sign up for themselves personally. And then she also has, I think, like she said, 5,000 people in her like email network or something. And so she wants to set up a Zoom call for all of them. And so I just started seeing her. And then while we're doing the chirosage thing, I was like, hey, like this is something that Young Living offers. Like, would you be open to setting up an hour meeting so I could go over it in detail? And she's like, wow, sounds really interesting. And we had kind of like talked about how the health insurance industry was like broken and healthcare industry is broken. And so yeah, so she was very open to having a Zoom call. And then when she learned more about it, she's like, this is amazing. Because she does bill insurance. And she said once that for insurance, you have to have a medical need for a specific number of appointments. And she said, like, ethically, I don't feel comfortable if someone needs more care over the allotted number that the insurance gives us. She's like, I don't feel comfortable ethically to like make up another medical need to extend those benefits. So she's like, after that point, I tell them either you're a cash patient or, you know, I won't see you because I'm not gonna like manipulate the system to make it work for me. So she's like, those people would love to be on this plan because then we don't even have to deal with the insurance. They can just stay on their insurance, but then have this holistic plan where they can see her, up to 24 times a year. So that's worked really well. So it's just little by little. And I figure, once that is all set, I might go see another chiropractor and like just start seeing people and like getting to know them and then building that rapport and then letting them know that the plan exists. I'm not cold calling people, although, you could if you wanted to and just see like if you could set something up. But that's how it's worked so far with those two. And then I had a lady that used to be an old neighbor of mine. She owns like a mom's network email list. So I keep getting like her emails of, like little kid event kind of things. And I was like, I am not, why am I still getting this? And then I was like, huh, you know what? I'm gonna just like message her and let her know, like, hey, would you be open to talking about this health plan that you could offer to the businesses and to the members of your newsletter? And she was like, sure. So then we sat on the Zoom and I showed her the whole PowerPoint and she was like, wow, her head was spinning. And she's like, okay, so how do I sign up as a brand partner? And then she, wants to strategize in terms of like, how does she share it with the businesses that have signed up to advertise on her newsletter? How does she share it with the members, the moms that are part of this network? And then she goes to see a chiropractor. And so she's like, I really think he would want to know because he has other chiropractors in his office. So that's how I got the other person so far. Any other questions? Yeah, it's slow going, but it's really exciting because the potential for signups is pretty huge, and the beauty of these health plans is that once people sign up on these plans, you're getting that OGV month after month after month. And so, yes, there's some work involved in the front end of it to get the people to understand. Like with the chiropractor, she's like, I'm super busy. Like, would you be open? Even the other lady that has the newsletter thing. And even with the acupuncturist, I told them, like, I will be the main source of information. Like, I'll do the Zooms for you and do all those things. Because the chiropractor was like, I've got like so many things going on. I can't learn all this stuff. So if you can be the one that teaches everybody and talks to everyone, I was like, happy to do that. So, that's the thing that I'm offering to the people that are interested in doing this as a business. That I will be the main point of contact until they feel like they can take it and run, or if they don't feel like they can take it and run, I will remain the point of contact for the plan information. Because once you kind of have a little time of looking at the plan, it's not super complicated, and pretty much if you follow that PowerPoint, it's pretty straightforward. So Kate says that she'd like to offer a mini kit of oils to people as a referral bonus, especially chiropractors, business owners. Yeah, it's fantastic. Is the Health Share a gateway to getting customers interested in the oils? Definitely. So that chiropractor, it's funny because she's like, I'm like, are you familiar with Young Living? Because I saw a Dewdrop in her office. And she's like, yeah. She's like, but I don't think I've been a member I haven't ordered in like 18 years. It's like, oh, okay, fantastic. And so then as we're talking about the supplement and oils reimbursement, she's like, wait a second, what does Young Living even have these days? She's like, I don't even know. And when we started talking about, supplements, she has a little retail area and she says her retail area does a ton of sales. And so she's like, so I could buy the 100 that I need to get commissions, but I could sell that. And I was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. But then once we started talking about all the different products, she's like, oh, we definitely need like all the thieves, like health stuff in there because she gets people coming in that are sick all the time and they would want to leave with all the thieves stuff. And she's like, we're cleaning with sort of clean stuff, but she's like, I totally forgot about the thieves household cleaner. I want to use that. And then I told her, well, we have laundry detergent too, because in their office, they have a laundry machine. You see them doing all the laundry from all the massages. And she's like, oh, well, I'll totally get that and have that. And so that just opened up a whole new thing for her, right? Like she wasn't even aware of all the things that Young Living had. And then she plans to promote the Young Living products to her patients because they'll be in her retail space. And then I'm going to give her like a list of specific supplements that could help people that are coming in for, specific things that chiropractors typically see. But yeah, Kate, I love that idea. Totally. Give a little mini kit. I mean, once you have one of those practitioners signed up, like you could do little mini classes in their waiting room, even if it's only, 3 to 5 people seating area. Like if you can have a little thing in their office to share about products once a month. That just gives you a whole nother outlet to have a warm market. They're already wanting holistic services, right? And then you just educate them about what the products are, awesome products can do for them in addition to whatever they're getting the holistic services for. Any other questions or comments? So we just had a text pop up. I have the PV and all of that, so I should be able to share the actual prices tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be a savings of at least $100 for like the family plan when you do the combo plans, at least. Alrighty. Well, this is recorded, and once the recording is loaded, I will share it, or Brianna or Melissa will share it. In Spruce, I'll share it in our group. But other than that, if no one has any other questions or comments, there is a PowerPoint presentation. So that link is also in the Facebook group. So in the Facebook group, here, I'm just going to show you the Facebook group. Okay, here's the Facebook group. Under the featured tab, we've got the start here post, and it has a lot of information. So here's where you can go to if you want to watch a pre-recorded webinar that Clearwater, the company that we partnered with, did, or schedule a one-on-one. This is the link to the PowerPoint. Here's the member guidelines for just the ClearShare plan. Here's the member guidelines for the holistic plan. And then this flyer I updated to holistic plans. And this flyer is available to print out or customize on Canva. But there's a bunch of posts in this featured section. How to navigate your ClearShare plans once you are a member. What is and isn't included, and I updated the chart so it has the holistic savings plan and the breakdown of the two. Maybe might have gotten rid of one of them. And then if you go to files, we have the practitioner PDF, a flyer, some scripts from Jessica Petty, a couple different trifolds that you can use. And then if you search here for template, here is the PowerPoint template for the PowerPoint. And so you can add your own personalized link info. Here's the template for this one-page flyer that you can pass out and customize with your QR code or contact information here. If you don't have Canva Pro, you can just print this out and then make a little address label with your info and add it here. We've also got a flyer for practitioners, trifold, another trifold, another trifold. Here's some slides that Jenny Bjorken made for our Instagram. Here's another trifold. Here's the practitioner benefits shareable resources that has the template above, but that's what it looks like. It has a flyer that you can send just to the holistic practitioners. You can see that. So it kind of highlights all the things that are available and then what they need to do. And then it also gives you this little handy how to build a business using the Young Living Health Plans that shows like the scenario of signing up somebody that's 40 to 49 on the holistic plus the ClearShare plus they're ordering their $75 worth of product and what kind of PV you can get consistently every single month if you get a certain number of people signed up. So that's what that is. So there's a ton of information in this Facebook group. There's just a lot of information. So this is the first place that I'm putting new information, and then I would put more information in all the different groups. There is a vision and dental plan. We don't get commission on that. And there's just lots and lots of information. If you're coming to convention, please come to this workshop on Friday from 5:10 to 5:40. And if you can register, that would be helpful to give Clearwater an idea of how many people are going to show up. But the first 1,000 people that show up they will be receiving a free gift. There's Spanish recorded information. There's some testimonials, but just a lot of information. So definitely get into the Facebook group for all of that information. Can you briefly explain the benefits of using the care coordination service? Yes. So care coordination is for planned procedures, labs, x-rays, MRIs, biopsies, and surgeries. So it's not for doctor's appointments. It's not for emergency medical care. It's not for anything that you want urgently or quickly. This is something like you're okay waiting a couple weeks. But what you're going to do is you're going to contact the care coordination team, which is separate than just contacting ClearShare, which is the health company. You're going to contact the care coordination team. You're going to submit the prescription for the medical procedure, the lab, the x-ray, whatever. So Jessica Petty's husband just scheduled a colonoscopy with care coordination. So you have to have the prescription of the procedure or whatever from a licensed medical provider. Could be an acupuncturist, could be a chiropractor too, a naturopath even. So you'd submit all of that and then you would wait at least 21 days. ClearShare is going to do all of the research and find the provider in your area that they want you to use, that they know gives excellent care, has excellent outcomes, and costs way cheaper. And so if you use the provider that they recommend, the care is completely free and your annual max is waived. So it's a really, really amazing benefit. So for the colonoscopy, they won't have to pay anything because they're using the provider that they recommended. For surgery, you would end up going to a smaller surgery center versus a hospital. And what ClearShare knows is if you go get care at a surgery center, there's way better care because it's a smaller staff to patient ratio. And so you're going to get more attention, but you're also just going to have a better outcome because it's a smaller situation, smaller setting, smaller situation. And so your outcome rate will be better and the cost is going to be significantly cheaper. And so the reason why ClearShare Clearwater is doing this is because they want you to see the providers that they know give excellent services and excellent care at a huge savings. And because you're going to be saving Clearwater so much money, they would rather just pay for the whole thing instead of having you have to pay your annual max and do all of that. So if you don't like the provider that they pick first, you can ask them for a second provider. You would have to wait the 21 days minimum and all of that. But again, like if you don't mind waiting, then you might as well use the care coordination. So this is for people that have ClearShare. And if you have the holistic plan added onto that, then you have it. But if you only have holistic, then the care coordination is not part of the plan. It's only for the ClearShare plan or the ClearShare Plus, either of the holistic plans. And in the Facebook group, there's a really like detailed rundown of like, here's step 1, step 2 of how to use the care coordination services. And there's been some mix-ups of people thinking that they had contacted care coordination, but they didn't. And so then they thought like, it's supposed to be free, whatever. But you have to contact the care coordination separately yourself. So with this plan, if you're used to traditional health insurance, you just show your card, everything gets taken care of, they send you a bill, right? But with health shares, there's typically more work on your end, but that's because you're doing a lot of the work that they would have had to hire people to do. And that's where we get a lot of the cost savings from, is because we're doing the legwork of submitting the, invoices and all of that kind of thing. And then with the care coordination, if you decide like, well, I don't really want to use any of the providers that they gave me, you can still see whoever you want. You have no network. You would just end up paying ultimately the annual max that you have. So submit all of your medical bills via the ClearShare need form, and then they'll keep track of how much your annual max is. And then once your annual max is met, then they'll start sending you reimbursements for anything over that that's shareable. Does that make sense? Yeah. So basically, if you have ClearShare and you've got the $0 telemedicine and you've got care coordination, you're going to use your $0 telemedicine as like your doctor in your pocket, right? You can call for not emergency, like bleeding, dying kind of things, but you can call them for like urgent situations, to have that doctor or nurse practitioner that's going to be on the phone with you within 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then have that medical provider check things out and see like, do I really need to go to urgent care? Do I need to go to emergency room? Does my kid have a concussion? So you can do that all from the comfort of your home via your phone. And that's going to save you time and money from going into urgent care, going to the pediatrician's office, going to the ER, right? And then you've got the care coordination. So for the annual max, you can increase what your annual max is. Instead of just doing the $1,000 annual max, you could do the $2,500 or even the $5,000 annual max, because the likelihood you'll end up needing to pay out the annual max is pretty slim. You're really only going to be paying that if you have a medical emergency. The rest will be taken care of with your $0 telemedicine and your care coordination. So especially if you have this new holistic plan, the savings share, then you are really getting a huge savings. Jessica said the telehealth benefit's really great. They're very caring and check up on you. Yeah, you usually will get a follow-up call with the same person that saw you within a day or two to check on you and see how you're doing and if anything else needs to be taken care of. Anything else? Okay. If you're watching the replay, feel free to comment, and I will do my best to find the comments and answer them if you do have a question. And keep an eye out in the Facebook group. Once we have the finalized numbers, I'll be blasting it like in all of the groups. But please do tell your friends that are going to convention to join us at the workshop. It's going to be great. I'm going to go into major detail in the plan. And then ClearShare will be at convention. We'll have a table right outside the expo. And I'll also have some freebies. Shh, I didn't tell you. So definitely go and visit and say hi to them as well. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and talk to you soon. Bye.